ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Brotherhood of Bound Season 2. We're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh
yes.
Not Season 9.
We're Season 2 of Brotherhood of Bound, Season 9 of the Calamitous Casual. Get
True.
it right, goddammit.
They gave us another series.
Yeah,
thank you to the TV execs.
Yeah, I think apparently they allowed a second season. God knows why. And this time we're gonna have a few more special guests, and we're gonna start with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Sam Unwin.
Hello. I am indeed the man, the myth, the legend, Samuel Unwin.
Yes. We'll go into why he is such a man, such a myth, and such a legend in a bit, and you'll understand why, because he's absolutely fucking mental. Anyway, so as I imagine you've all should have watched Smash of the Day. If you haven't, pause this right now and go watch Smash of the Day, so you can get a good rundown of all the teams. How's that?
We ain't doing it.
How's that hour and a half of your life gone? Good, right. So we ain't doing that.
We've done it already.
It's already been done. Why do it twice? So what we're going to do is now we actually have some proper. We actually have a schedule now. We know who's playing who. We know how it's going to go down. We're going to just quickly slide out some predictions of what we think is going to happen. And now, so we're going to delve into the madness that is Division 1 straight away. Definitely.
Got my spreadsheet ready.
It's got
We're going to get some stats at the end of this week as to who knows shit.
Who knows shit. Right, so our first on the ticket, we've got the Moonster Mash Bash and the Dwyer's Elite.
So this is Dave's pretty nice looking Necro team that seems to lose a lot of werewolves versus a pretty battered High Elf team.
Yes, a pretty battered High Elf team.
I mean, 2-0 Dave, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm thinking 2-0 Dave.
I'm only going to record the winner. We're not going for the score.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I was going to say probably more of a 2-1 because I can't really count out
elf.
any form of elf.
Yeah.
True. Elf can elf.
Yeah, elves can elf. It's Are you not doing? Are we definitely not doing scores? Do you want to do scores?
I mean, we can do scores, man, but I'm not putting the scores down in the
spreadsheet. No, that's fine.
I'm gonna say 2-1.
I'm with Mr. Unwin on this one. 2-1 sounds good because I think is the undead. They've got the attrition behind it. They've got the regen. They could take a smack and they can give it back some as well.
They can get back up. They get knocked down, but they get up again.
And you are never going to keep them down. But yes, they have that ability.
Unless they roll a 1 to 3.
Yes, and then the obviously the elves don't have that ability. They are pretty depleted, but very true. They can elf. You can score with 3 elves from one end of the pitch to the other.
That's legit, man. It's true. But I'm still 2-0. I'm sorry.
I'm saying 2-1. And I'm with Mr. Unwin on this one, but we shall find out later on. This should be a good one. This is another.
This has got a lot of fun written on it.
This has got fun written all over it. Paulie's Angels, the team that caused a lot of shouting and.
Why are you stalling? It's turn 24.
Yes, but that will live in infamy. Versus Karstein's Carnage Counts, which is quite possibly. Okay, if you watch Smash of the Day, you will question why they brought them back, and then you look at the vampires that they brought back, and you can understand why, because they could be horrendous. This is the Agi 5 Strength 5
It's going to take another season. It's going to take another season before.
There is one Agi 5 Strength 5 vamp. One Agi 5 Strength 5 vamp. There is a movement. Is it? Wait, what movement are they? Is movement 8 vamp?
Movement 8.
Yeah, movement 8 vamp. And then one just bog standard, but those two. But movement 8, obviously, that's 2 movement ups
you
on
say
the
bog standard.
He's a blodger.
Okay, is a blodger, which is what you expect vamps to get. That's what you expect vamps to get. Not agi up strength up on one and then double movement up on another. That's another level. That is a very special place, and we're not quite sure what to do with it.
Yeah.
Because the strength up agi up is it can slap a tomb guard. It can go toe to toe against a tomb guard. And then hypno gaze basically anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It can just straight up punch a fucking ogre, can't it? It's ridiculous.
this sort of puts us in a really awkward position when predicting any match with this vampires.
Yeah, because
on the one hand,
they're vampires.
The humans should definitely win. The human lineup is just
on paper, yeah.
There's 4 guards. You've got so much block, so much extra random crap in there.
Yes.
But
yeah, the skills.
But the vampires have over 300 extra petty cash at the start of the game.
Yep.
And those 3 vampires, although none of the thralls have any real skills aside from one with block, you can't count them out of this.
No, you can't count them out. You can't count them out of this, but that's exactly what I'm going to do and say Hume's 2-1.
Hume's 2-1.
I'm going to say it's going to be a difficult match for the humans, and just nothing's going to go their way. I'm going to say 2-0 for the Vamps.
Ooh, controversy. I like it. This is why we invited you, Sam.
This is why we like it. This is why we like bringing you along. Ooh, this is a tough one. It depends on how Paulie plays again. If Paulie,
you can predict the draw.
I could honestly, I might say a draw. I might say it could equate to a 1-1 or a 2-2, because
you're hitting the draw. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
We all went for something different on this game.
Yeah, this is it, because that's how this is how this is how it could swing. This is how it could swing. It could go massively. It could go completely wrong and end up 0-0, and everyone dies. But with this game, it wouldn't surprise us. But no, it's
that's the game to watch.
That is going to be a fun game.
That is going to be a fun game, just to watch from the sidelines and just watch the chaos ensue. Next up, green is the colour and the tank top bum boys, Orcs and Nurgle.
I mean, it's a clash for the ages, isn't it? It's Armour 9 versus Armour 9.
Armour 9 versus Armour 9. Who's green is the colour? Who's
Punch versus Punch.
Who's the coach for green is the colour again?
It's Andy KP.
Andy
so
KP.
Second season.
Yeah, it's his second season. Tank top bum boys is Damo.
Damo's 5th season.
Damo's 5th season playing Nurgle. He doesn't know how to play anything else. He also doesn't know how to under a 10 for his opponent's armour.
I mean, this is quite bad as well, because this Orc team is actually elves. If you actually look at their skills, they're really elves.
I'll quickly jump in and have a look at them.
Nurgle pretty much remove elves from the game by just being horrible.
A quick cheeky glance. That's a blodging blitzer with sidestep. That's a hang on, let me get this right. Pass, sure hand, block, thrower. That's got some elf genetic material inputted in there somewhere. He is hurt though. He does have that blitzer's gone.
But he's actually got the strength on Damo. I think he's got the strength advantage with that strength 4.
Yeah,
I mean, this could go either way really.
I feel like the Nurgle team is definitely the better team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to give some inducements as well.
That's 450k in inducements.
Cool. That's a tasty number.
I mean, can you take Morg with Orcs?
Oh yeah, you can take Morg with anyone that's not undead.
Oh, I mean, Morg's pretty equalising, isn't he? Strength 6, Agi 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can definitely provide the slapping. But then again,
I mean, if I was playing Orcs with 450, I would just be like halfling, hot pot, and a wizard.
Yes, but you would be playing Orcs with 400k because you've got players that don't cost more than 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
But the Nurgle only have 3 rerolls.
Yeah, you could hot pot it away.
The hot pot and the wizard.
Yeah.
You could lightning strike him, and honestly, with Nurgle, the chances of you picking up the ball again.
Or less. Yeah. I mean, it's not Khemri. Yeah. He's not Khemri.
It's not Khemri. There's no Khemri.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of block, man. He's not going to be burning through those rerolls in quite the same way he used to.
No.
When he started rolling. So, I mean, I would probably actually avoid that tactic, knowing that it's going to have little to no effect. I would honestly be looking to just get the punching machine on the pitch.
Yeah.
And
absolutely. Yeah. I would
try and push your actual strength advantage, because let's be fair, there is a strength advantage to green is the colour.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
so if they do because all the black orcs, and then if you do get the strength thing out of orc, and then it's gonna be like quite big. The only thing you got to think about is, can he activate his the orcs activate their elven play with all that disturbing presence?
That's it.
There's a lot of disturbing presence.
It's truth right there. So I'm going to push you. What
Um,
you saying?
I mean, no, I think that back onto which has the strength advantage. I think the Nurgle does.
The Nurgle doesn't, because
They
green is
have
colour have.
6 strength 4 players and a strength 5.
Do they have 6? Oh, I only thought they
Yeah,
got 5.
they have a
oh, they've got the
roster
pest. They've got the
and the
strength
Patrick
4
on the
roster.
strength
Yeah.
Okay, in that
4.
case,
Meanwhile,
yeah.
green as the colour only has the
5 strength 5.
strength 4s and the strength 5.
I'm giving it to the Nurgle on a 2-1 basis, because I reckon the orcs could still punch a hole through and get through. They won't be passing.
No, but the numbers could get in the way.
The numbers could get in the way, yeah. So
we're going with Nurgle.
Yeah, I'm going to
You
stand
go-
by my idea that if the orcs were to take a hot pot and a wizard, they might stand a chance, but
Right.
I don't think they will.
So you're going to go Nurgle as well.
I'm going to get a 2-0 Nurgle.
2-0.
Well, I'm actually gonna say it's a 1-1 draw. This it's just gonna go
Ooh.
nowhere, isn't it?
It should be a standoff.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a
very green standoff.
Yeah. There's gonna be green things going on. It's gonna be punches and possibly a death.
Yes. Yeah.
But
No.
it might end up 1-1 or 0-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. That's absolutely fair enough.
Two
Right.
teams that want to do the same thing in it.
Yeah. Bowman and Cellar Surface versus It's the Impossibles. It's Impossibles. The Tenderfoot champions.
Champions.
Going against. Can't remember where Bowmanor came. I think I've still got it on board.
Mid table in 2A.
Something like that. I'm just double checking my playoffs on the whiteboard. They were Necro, weren't they?
No,
Undead. So, oh no, they went out in the first round. They lost against some rats. Did they? No. I'm completely wrong. They lost against the Dark Elves.
So the Dark Elves came second, so they were like 7th. So they were pretty low in the same division.
Yeah.
It's Impossible's finished second behind me.
Yes.
Because I beat them in the regular season,
and then you got done by some halflings.
No, somebody. I didn't get done by some halflings. Somebody did me in with sweltering heat, didn't they?
Oh yes, yours was the sweltering heat. Anyway, we'll get back to that momentarily. Yes.
Not bitter at all. No.
No, not bitter at all. Getting done by the sun. But yeah, Bowman is Surface.
I wouldn't mind.
I'm gonna be going with the lizards on this one. Let me just double check.
That's fair.
Fair. Just double check the teams. The Cellar Surfers. Where
the Cellar Surfers do have a good team on paper.
Yes, on paper they do.
Block in there. There's 3 guard.
All the ghouls.
Lodging players.
Yeah, all the ghouls are blockers. But 2 mummies have got guard. What's white with guard as well? Lovely. But then again, you look at the lizards.
It's just, they've got the highest strength overall. They've got 3 guard pieces.
Yeah, 3
guard. A
blodging Croxigore. In the final, that Croxigore took so many defender stumbles and just shook them off. It was unreal. He put so much. That dodge was worth its weight in gold.
But I'm with you guys anyway. I think the lizards. I actually think 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah, I could see 3-0.
Okay, I don't usually delve that far deep. I was going to say 2-0, but I think we're all quite sort of satisfied. Like, yeah, this is the lizards.
Yeah, I mean, it's your returning champion versus and also Ran. You'd hope they win, wouldn't you?
Yes, absolutely. Moving on from that, the slowest game in the world.
It won't be, mate. This is going to be over in seconds because I'm on holiday this week. I'm not playing that. You crazy? You've seen his team? I'm going to live in the garage. I don't know. I'm not allowed out, am I?
No, you're not. The Us Collectibles versus In a Rain of Blood. Are you actually genuinely not playing this game? Are you actually not around for it?
I'm not around. I'm away. I'm on holiday.
Well, there you go. That's
Going
an
to
easy.
Barbados.
Well, then I'm going to. Are
Going
you?
to Barbados for the week. Yeah.
Are you actually allowed?
No, but I'm going.
So we're in agreement.
So,
If the
yeah,
game is played, it will be
in all
2-0 to the
honesty,
Chaos Dwarves, and if it's not played, it will be 2-0 to the Chaos Dwarves.
No,
Yeah.
no. You can be in agreement. I will win this game, but I'm going to pay for it.
Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be
I'm going to
tough.
beat him, but I'm going to pay for it.
I mean, let's
I mean,
let's have a quick look.
That statement alone, this game has gone from I do not want to watch this to I want to see how bad that goes for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to pay for it, but I'm going to win.
let's have a look at quick look at your team just out of interest. I mean, you've got a decent team looking here. The runner's blodging, another runner with what the hell is that? Is that hail? No, kickoff return. With
Kick off,
pass,
return, and pass.
and pass. That's an
That's
elf.
my elf dwarf.
That's an elf. You got a troll slayer with sidestep, troll slayer with mighty blow. You've got a dash of guard. Usually, you end up with more guard on a.
Well, I've not managed to. I've actually caused like less casualties than I've taken.
Yeah, it looks it. Yeah.
In fact, like people always like bemoan my apothecary, but like seriously, I'd have 2 dwarfs if I didn't have that.
Yeah, fair enough. And then let's have a quick look at this. Let's have a look at the Chaos Dwarves and watch as our eyes bleed. Good gracious, what is this nonsense? Claw, mighty blow, claw, mighty blow, piling on. Claw, guard, mighty blow, piling on. Claw, jump up.
I know.
That thing is foul. Even the hobgoblins look gross.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you.
Live.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. If I am playing this, I take the wizard, I lightning bolt it on turn 1, and then foul it.
Foul it to death. Fair. But yeah, I think me and Sam have the same.
I want to watch this game then. If
Yeah.
it's played.
I think me and Sam are sort of like in agreement on this one. If you don't play it, it's 2-0 to the Bulls. If you do play it, it's 2-0 to the Bulls.
Now I'm winning this.
If you
I'm
take
not
a
winning
wizard,
anything
it will
else.
at least be fun.
Yeah, if you take a wizard,
I've
it
got
might
death
be
roller, mate. Death roller. Do you know what? I could tell you my tactic, but then Sam would know.
Does it is
he might watch this video.
Is it
But-
is it death roller?
I've got a death roller.
I know. Is that the plan though? Is that just a death roller?
Yeah, death roller. Slayer. Rock on. No. Right. Okay. So, let's go into some of the star players that you can take as dwarfs. So I'm going to be looking at bribes. Bribes are going to be good.
Yes.
Keep that death roller on the pitch because that death roller is strength 7. It is a monster.
Yes.
Second, it lets me foul things, which is something I want to be doing. Third, I can have the best 60k star player, and that is the Bombardier with block and accurate.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a good start
so your plan is to mortar him from afar.
I'm going to play a passing game with dwarfs.
You're going to play a passing game with bombs.
Well, what I can actually do is I can yeet it to the dwarf with pass, who can then yeet it a bit further.
Interesting.
There is a risk of everything going tits up on turn 1.
Mate, there's
and-
Blood Bowl.
Yeah, true. Very,
But I'm
very.
going to win.
Very true.
I'm going to win this.
All right, okay, that's fine. You believe that. Next, we'll move swiftly on.
You convince me it'll at least be 2-1.
Yeah.
I'll score with a bomb.
MNG United. MNG United versus Mummy's Little Soldiers. These are two returning. These were in the Division 1 last season as well, so they're back. So there are some pro elves which they came in the league part. They came first.
They did win the league.
They did win the league part of it.
And then they met a sticky end to 2 trees and a Morgenthau.
Yes, they got halflinged.
Yes.
They got flinged
It
in
was
the
beauty
playoffs.
actually. It was 3-1, wasn't it? It was a cracking game that.
It
If
was
you go
smashing
back,
game, yeah.
well worth a watch that game.
Yeah,
Cracking.
it was hilarious in many ways.
But let's be honest. There are blitz routes with tackle and mighty blow. There are guard. There is block, there is a strength 5 throw ra on that
Yeah.
team. It is going to hurt,
Yeah.
but elves be elves and they will win with 3 elves.
Yes.
So
Elves will win like 3-0.
yeah,
this game.
because they're elves. Because what will happen is it'll rain, and we know what happens when it rains when you can
While
rain.
we're talking about MNG United, I would like to bring up the mild copyright infringement that has been going on here.
Oh, okay.
2 seasons ago, I submitted my team of Journeyman United, and then like 2 days later, MNG United shows up, and with very similar looking starting team, and I was not too happy with that.
So,
I lost to them in like my second game, so I kind of.
Was your plan not to have any players at all and just play with Journeyman?
That was the inevitable outcome of my plan. My plan was to play elves.
How did that work for you?
It, like all my plans, it went not according to plan, and I did half decently. But like,
I love it when that happens.
Oh,
yeah, well, it's elves, isn't it? Though, you know.
I think 3-0 is a bit of a stretch though. Bear in mind, fair enough. Yes, Kemri.
Okay, 4-0. I will change.
Hang on, let's have a quick look at
5-0. My final answer.
Where have they gone in this? There they are in the middle.
3 or 4.
What you still got to remember is that this is a good Kemri team. I mean, Christ, all of them have, all the Tomb Guardians have got guard, stand firm, apart from one which just hasn't got anything. I think because it passed on. You've got throw raw, which is kick and block, and then there's other throw raw. It's a strength 5 throw raw. Yeah. It's got the same strength as a Tomb Guardian, but still doesn't have any muscles. And it's got dodge to boot as well. He has rolled god level on that thing.
There is an agi up blitz raw as well.
And edge up blitz raw. That is a scary prospect. But so I wouldn't put them down to just 3-0. I'd probably say. Honestly, I'd probably say 2 or 3-1. I think they can score 1 on their drive, because all they have to do, as long as the throw raw does pick it up, you're not going to be able to take it off him. It's a strength 5.
You know, I feel like we're all being really optimistic for this game.
We are, yeah.
But if the Kemri wins the toss and decides to go on the offense first, and manages to knock out enough Elven players, i.e. 9 of them, then I could see the Kemri scraping away with the draw here.
Yeah, it's entirely
the fact
possible.
They've got 3 tackle.
Yeah.
The fact that they have that stupid thrower with strength 5 that could pick up the ball, and then what are the elves going to do about that?
Yeah, as soon as it's got
it has dodge as well, so there's going to be a point in that game where they finally get a defender stumbles, and then remember it has dodge.
Yep, pretty standard.
There's a few things that could go right for the Camry.
There are. But they're not going to.
I still think the elves are going to win, but
you're not prepared to go 3-0.
Yeah, they do also have 230k in inducements.
That's fair.
So that's like a 1-1, 2-1 sort of, depending on how many they manage to kill in the first half.
Wait, which team's got the inducements? The Camry.
Yeah, the Camry.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I reckon it'll be 2-1 to MNG United.
Fair.
Or it will be like a touchdown in like the final turn, and they will have suffered a death.
Yes. So you're saying something is going to die.
Yes, something is going to die for the elves.
That's fair.
Well, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
To bet anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they are only going to get the victory at the very last second with elven shenanigans.
Yes, of course.
Obviously.
Right then, so that is Division 1. That is it's going to be a very interesting start to the the season there. The games to watch, if they are played, I reckon it's definitely good that the Paulies Angels Carnage Counts game. That's to be hilarious.
Yeah, that's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
That's to be hilarious. If you want your eyes to bleed, maybe the Dwarf off. The Chorf Dwarf off.
Yeah.
And possibly, what else would you watch out of that? I'd probably say
The MNG could be fun.
the MNG could be watched.
Quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be a good one. Right, what we're going to do then is going to go moving swiftly into. These are never in order. I
don't get it, man. I don't understand how this shit works.
No. We are going to go straight into the schedule, and we've already had one play. So what? You know what? We're just going to go straight into that. One has been played. It literally got played just before we started recording this.
There was games played. There was a death either side.
There was a death either side. It was some skinks got an MVP. One got leveled. One person died each. I only caught sort of the back end of it, and I was also busy doing other things. You did stream it, Ewan. Pray tell, what's happened?
I mean, it went down. I'm assuming that the coach, Liz on you, is he's new to us, but I don't think he's a new player. He played quite well. Dave, who isn't new to us,
played
first
well.
Time playing Brett. We did a very educational stream. We learned all about the previous kings of England. During the sort of pre-Saxon era, where it's very Anglo, you've got sort of that Celtic culture. Very interesting. And there was a lot of fouls thrown.
There was.
The lizards are minus 2 sauruses for the next game, and the skink died.
Yeah, 1 dead skink, 2 MNG sauruses. That is winning 2-0, but paying for it.
Yeah, but a blocker did suffer the ignominy of death.
Yeah, an actual blocker, an actual positional.
Yeah. So I mean, it went as to be expected. So yeah.
Yeah.
It was good though. It's a good game. Well worth a watch. We might see something from it later.
Yeah, absolutely. Was there anything notable in the dice rolls that you saw?
From look, actually, the block dice on the lizards were excellent.
Yeah, they look pretty solid. Lots of powers and defensibles.
Yeah, excellent. Whereas the Brett's got a lot of pushes.
Oh god, they did. Oh Christ, look at that. 35 pushes.
But that wasn't the reason that they lost.
No.
But anyway.
Yeah, I think they just got skinked.
54 sixes in that game. But yeah, it just went the way that it did, really.
Yeah, and just see if there's any sort of like obvious telltale failings of either. No, the dodge wasn't great for the Bretts, but you sort of expect that.
Well, he was trying to dodge with anti-2s, mate. It was
right, okay, that's fair enough. It doesn't look anything too. The lizards only getting a 57% dodge rate. That's a bit worrying.
But again, it happens.
Yeah.
I wouldn't delve too deep into that one, but it was a good game. Watch it. We'll show you a little clip from it later.
Yeah. Yes, there are clips later. Props.
However, we're not going to predict that, are we?
No. Props to the Crocs. Only boneheaded once in 13 attempts. While playing with Crocs.
If you go and have a look at his team value now, it's 790.
Yeah.
But he has got a catching skink.
Yeah, he's got a catching skink. You don't see catch often. We like it. So next we have his actual prediction time.
Let's move on to some actual games.
Studfield Maulers.
So I have no idea what these teams are.
I don't either.
I have a little spreadsheet next to me that tells me.
Okay, cool.
So this is Chaos versus Undead.
Chaos versus Undead.
And my money is on the Undead.
Your money's on the Undead, and why is that?
Because the Chaos only has 1 reroll.
Ooh.
My money is also on the Undead for that reason as well.
That is a very strong reason to go for the Undead on that one. How do you?
I side with Sam.
Yeah.
Something else that is kind of weird about their team is they've chosen to put 30k into coach assistants instead of saving it up for a second reroll.
Interesting.
It is a brave play. We'll see how that works out, Jim.
Who either player is?
I don't know who the Studfield Maulers coach is. I don't think it's a newbie. The Grand Old Party, I believe. Is it Neville? Is it the Grand Old Party? I believe it is. It Tom? Grand Old Party.
It is Tom.
GOP, yeah, it's Tom. Okay. Yeah, he's a seasoned veteran of our.
Yeah, he's a previous champion.
Yeah. I believe he is a previous champion. Yes, annoyingly. What?
I
mean, the team he played with, he couldn't lose, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got to agree and give it to him. Like 1 reroll on a team with no skills is gonna bite you in the arse.
Yes, it is. I can speak as a former Chaos coach. They take forever to level. You need to get the second reroll fast, and then a third.
And then a fourth.
Yeah. But no, it's I think we're both all three of us are
unanimous undead there.
Unanimous undead. Next one.
I think the Bretts will win this.
I'm expecting 2-0 on the undead game, but
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think that's fair.
Haha. Next, Brett's lol.
Sports injury versus the anti-elf brigade. So this is sports injury is Norse. And the anti-elf brigade is you, Fritz.
Yes, it is. This is my rage pick. In my hatred of elves, I've gone for the chaos dwarves. In the hope to sort of like break some armor and murder some people. But going against Norse,
you're a coward, man. You should have played the dwarf. You should have played the elves.
No.
I mean, if you're going into break armor.
Anyway,
coming up against Norse.
Not a good start. Not a good start. It's not
I'd
the.
say it's a good start. Armor 7, pretty much across the board.
Yeah, but it sort of negates all his block negates my block.
So I mean, you've got less chance of kicking. You've got less chance of kicking his butt.
Yes.
On every block. However, when you do knock him down, the war of attrition. If you get that into a fight, you will come out of it better off.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Because the armor 7 is going to be armor 7. In theory, should fold easier than it sometimes does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You both have 2 strength 4 players on the field.
Yes.
Neither of you have a big guy.
Yeah.
I think you both have. Oh, you only have 2 rerolls, but he has 3.
Yeah.
Lacking an apothecary at this point, so
that's the difference. I've got the apoth. That's the difference.
Yeah, if you can hit his players and do break armor,
then
it hurts.
They're probably out. So
fair enough. Good to know. But yeah, it's in terms of the prediction itself, I'm banking on his armor 7 to break. Therefore, I give myself I want to say a 2-0 victory, my own drive, and then just hopefully by that time it's like dead enough to me to pick up the ball and sod off with it.
No, this has got 1-1 draw written all over it.
Yeah, I was about to say 1-1 draw. The Norse are going to win the toss.
Yeah, they're going to play first. They're going to die.
Yeah, they're all going to die, but they're going to have stalled for long enough that you can't score in the first half, and then you're just going to slowly make your way across the field in the second.
Murdering as you go.
2-0.
Yeah.
I'm saying it. Don't care.
I'm giving Fritz. I've put 2-0 for Fritz, but both me and you, Sam, we've gone.
Fair.
Yeah.
That is.
I think it's going to be 1-1. But there will be some injuries for them.
Yeah. But hell,
it's hard to avoid them, isn't
it? Injuries or SPP, I take that. Anyway, Kill It and Grill It versus Wagdu Project.
No, this is Rats versus Orcs.
Rats versus. I figured the Wag was a Orky, and then in terms of pedos, I mean rats. So what we're expecting. Oof, this could be an interesting one because you got
If we're looking at the teams,
yeah,
Rats versus Orcs. Early on, I'd have to give that victory to Rats
because
just on the basis of the teams, because Rats are annoying and Orcs are slow.
Yes.
However, looking at the next little bit of information as to who's playing the Orcs, it's a 2-0 win to the Orcs.
Who is playing the Orcs?
Graham.
Oh, it's Graham. Okay, yeah.
Graham playing his Orcs.
Graham playing his Orcs, yeah.
Who wins with teams that have movement 3 when they should have movement 8. No players, and he still manages to win consistently, playing the team that he plays the most. Yeah. And he's obviously salty because he's brought Orcs back in. He's annoyed with losing things.
To be fair,
this is not going to go well for you, Dr. Bailey. I'm sorry.
His roles recently, he's been getting very unlucky.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to
I feel like it's about time it's going to turn around, and this Orc team is just going to get so lucky with them, and he's going to have 2 level ups after the first game, and all hell's going to break loose in Division 2A as they try and keep up with his team.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm giving that to the Orcs. You giving that to the Orcs,
Yeah.
Sam?
Yeah, definitely.
Fritch?
But I feel
Yeah,
like the
I'm
Skaven might get
Orcs.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2-1. Orcs.
Yeah,
2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, seems like a fairly solid one.
Reasonable. We all agree.
Yep.
Nice one. Next game.
Sherwood Shorties.
This is fun.
This is fun.
This
Sherwood
is
Shorties and Oathbound. Sherwood Shorties. It's Emily. She's back with some half elves.
It's gonna be.
And then who's
real.
Oathbound? Oathbound is. Remind me, Ewan.
So this is High Elves. So this is
Ooh.
a 12,000 TV High Elf team.
Mhm.
So armor 8, but it's 2 blitzers, the rest alignment, and a thrower. 3 rerolls. So 3 reroll High Elf team. This.
Ooh. Versus.
I'm
Halflings.
putting my money on the halflings.
I mean, it is the halfling. This is the halflings roster I approve of. So this is the 12-man halfling roster. You go absolute minimum. I mean, I personally would even only take 1 reroll, but
just so I can pot them.
she's gonna be starting this game with 300. She's got like 340k in inducements straight off the bat. Yeah. She's got 140k in the bank, and if she's at home, she's got 50k of star players. This is a perfect start. You're dipping 10k to take another tree with strength 7, and a no-take route, and a hot pot.
A team with strength 3 across the board, only 2 block, no dodge.
So yeah,
they're gonna be the trees are gonna be killing the high elves, and then they're gonna be mobbing the halflings up the field.
Yeah, this is a game well worth watching. I mean, with all stunty teams, it's a very luck-based affair, isn't it?
Oh yes.
But yeah, it is the kind of game that as a halfling you want to be winning, and she stands a good chance. I actually think she can do it, so I'm going to give it to Emily for the win.
Yep.
Emily for the win.
Yep.
I reckon it's going to be a high-scoring game, 3-2 for the halflings.
Yep. It's gonna be literally a case of send a fling, score, elf snapback, score, send a fling, score. Yeah. 3-2 flings.
Yeah. No, man, I'd go 2-1. Attrition win. Because actually, halflings hurt.
You're going to suggest that the halflings are going to stall for a short
Mate, they don't get much choice. Yeah,
Oh.
You don't get much choice though with movement 5.
No, but that's why you throw them.
Throwing them gets them killed.
It's an occupational hazard.
I see no negatives to this.
The only reason halflings should be leaving your pitch is because they've been sent off for standing on things.
I must say no.
I'll disagree.
If they're going to die, they die whilst flying through the air.
They die gloriously,
high speed.
Do they?
Yes, they die gloriously.
I mean, I do like the old missile halfling at the ball carrier play.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it's a classic.
It's a classic. Next, and finally in this division, we have.
So this is more lizards.
More lizards.
Versus Nurgle.
Yeah, it's another lizards versus Nurgle. No, it's not the wrong one. Lizards versus Nurgle.
I think lizards have got it.
Yeah, I'm with the lizards on this because they don't really have a. Sorry, okay, you're. Oh, I apologise. I'm very professional. Sorry. I think the lizards have got this because they're lizards. They don't have a passing game as such. So the entire aura of disturbing presence is completely moot. It's gone.
Guys, you're all delving too deep into this. It simply put comes down to names. Croc Rocking Beats is a better name than #FearUs. Victory to the theme. Sorry.
So you're going for thematic victory.
I mean, he didn't name his players though, so -1. But I don't think FearUs did either. Yeah, so it cancels itself out, doesn't it?
Although Nurgle did get one randomly generated name that was Boris Theonomic.
Wow.
Nice.
What a name.
I quite like that rotter.
But I'm a lizard man. I'm a lizard man 2-1 on this bad
Fair.
boy.
I am inclined to agree. Nurgle a bit.
I think I still have a feeling it might be the Nurgle. but I can't deny the idea that Croc and what is it called?
Croc
and Beats. Like, I can't deny that name. It's a far better name.
Absolutely, 100%. It's amazing.
So, yeah.
Fair enough.
2-0.
2-0 on the name. Sam,
right,
you're learning. We've corrupted him, Fritch.
Excellent. Good. Now we have now we have the last division.
The best league.
We've got a team to look at in this league, I think.
We do have a team to look at. Well, first of all, we'll look at the schedule. Which it is. We'll get there. It's a certain royalty-based team. I'm going to be honest. The namings in this league, generally for the names in general, I prefer the names in this league because first of all they're correctly punctuated.
Oh, it matters. It matters.
It matters, and they've actually got quite a good amount of a theme in them. So, Hangry Prince of Bellend, versus
nice.
Versus friendly local team. Now, what you have the spreadsheet. What are we dealing with here?
I am currently. This is. Is it Halflings?
Yeah, I think it's the Flings versus the Chaos.
Hangry Prince of Bellend, yeah, it is Flings. So this is Flings versus Chaos.
Oh, is this?
This is the new Fling team.
This is a new Fling team we haven't discussed. Yes, this is Liam Johnson's submission to it. Liam Johnson of Two Drunk Flings fame has decided to join us because some other person just disappeared and joined a different league. So we drafted him and he brought a bunch of drunk flings apparently.
Nice. This I approve of.
This I approve of. We'll jump into actually looking at the team because Ben and Graham didn't get a chance to. Where are they? There we are. So yeah, I think it's just a pretty standard. This is just a standard.
He's done the same as Emily. So he's hit the one re-rolled the Apothecary 12-man build, but he's got the 350k in the bank. So I think he's going hard on the first game.
Yes. We have.
I respect this.
Is there any sort of? I think he's gone for stand. Apart from say. Some of them look like standard names, like Rootleg, Shakewood, Willow, True Branch. Yeah. Those all look standard until you get to numbers 10 and 11, which are Liam Quickfeet 2DF and Alan Clubfoot 2DF. So he's named two of his flings after the members of the Two Drunk Flings, Liam and Alan.
Well, it would be rude not to.
It'd be rude not to, and therefore by default I expect those two in particular to be doing all the touchdown scoring, and if they don't, I'll be severely disappointed.
I expect those two to die.
They're the first out the revolving door, are they?
Throw teammates.
So they're gonna send them, and they're just gonna hit the floor and just perish.
Yeah, I reckon Hob Harry Twinkle Toes is gonna be the one to make all the touchdowns.
Is it because he's got Twinkle Toes in the name?
Yeah, it does help. Does help.
Does he give you images of like Fred Flintstone?
I mean, yeah. If you hover over and if you see which model they've gone with for him, they've gone with the best one.
The best one. Hang on. Have you noticed all of them are almost that model, apart from Liam and Alan? They're all the same model.
I like it.
I like it. That is some dedication right there. All the same model, apart from Liam, which actually looks kind of like Liam. Alan, I've never actually met him, but I think he looks like that. And then back to normal.
You want him to look like that, do you?
Yeah. It's if Sin City, the tabletop tournament in Derby, that actually went down like it was supposed to, but got coroned.
As the world is coroned at the moment. My lovely holiday this week has been coroned.
Yes. I took there was an Alan pack in which Alan picked some skills for my teams, and I think I've got the email somewhere, but I'm pretty sure I saw an orc with jump up. Anyway, or something daft. But no, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun to watch. Which gone a bit too far that way. There we are. So yes, that is a quick rundown of that Fling team versus the friendly local team, which are some. What do you say there were? There's some chaos. Oh good lord! Oh, I'm so sorry. I got all hyped up. I got so hyped up for halflings, not realising they're going against chaos.
But they don't have a minotaur.
Yeah, it's a.
Don't have a Minotaur. It's the classic build. It's the four warriors, 7 beastmen build.
Yeah.
And they have named every player.
They have named every player, have they?
Excellently.
Ooh.
I love it. You've got John, Fred, Bill, Sarah, Bob, Cassandra, Timothy, Liam, Jeremy, Steve, and Orgulrod the Slaughterer. That's nice. That's commitment to your team. That's build it up, build it up, deliver the absurdity.
Yeah. Go the Slaughterer.
I want to give this to the halflings so badly for picking the best halfling model possible.
Yes.
I mean, let's be honest. If you are playing a chaos team,
yeah,
and the thing you want to happen to you least in game 1 is for you to not have rerolls, halflings would be a very, very bad team to come against.
Yes, because they will rob them all.
The halflings have this.
The halflings can very easily have it. If they rob all the rerolls off the chaos,
yeah,
the chaos don't have
the
chaos won't have any rerolls. They've got no core skills yet. They need to they're going to have to hard farm those halflings to try and get as much SPP out of them as possible, and pray there's no skulls.
Yeah,
pray.
It's legit, man. I think the halflings can win this.
Yeah,
the halflings are going to take the hot pot, but it is going to do nothing in the first half.
Oh,
and take
brutal.
One reroll in the second.
Ooh.
And
you're going for the chaos.
Just going to get absolutely slaughtered.
Ooh.
That sounds like a call for chaos. That does, Sam.
That is a call for chaos.
Call for chaos.
I'm gonna say 2-1 to the chaos.
See, I've got 2-1 to the halflings.
So Sam's expecting a 1 turn of response.
Yeah.
That sounds it.
I'm anticipating the long first half where the chaos stalled for half the half, and then second half instant stall followed by more stalling by the chaos.
Yeah, fair.
No, fair.
What are you going for?
Ooh, I think
I'm going to push you for a response now.
Yeah, you're the deciding vote here. So,
in terms of, I think it is literally just on the outstrengthening potential. I think I might have to say chaos. Again, a 2-1 call, because all that needs to happen for the flings really is as soon as those trees root, that's it. They're stuffed because they're completely outstrengthed.
Yeah. Well, it's reasonable, but it won't be it won't be it. So next, we have got
monster flavour.
This is Lizard Team number 1
versus Snow White and some dwarfs. Yeah, it sounds like some dwarfs.
I mean, it's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah. And I saw this on the Smash of the Day, the monster flavour. Kept it in theme. It's various flavours of monster. And then
I mean, you hope so from Kenny.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the Snow White and some dwarfs, and he's gone for some very interesting namings on those dwarfs. What is just to double check? Obviously, I imagine Snow White and some dwarfs is dwarves. What is the monster flavour team?
That is Lizards number 1.
Lizards number 1. So lizards versus dwarves. Ooh, I mean,
it's the classic dwarf build. I know how this game goes down. I have every faith in Kenny to pull this one off.
You reckon?
I'm gonna give it to the Lizards. This is a hard match. This is a 1-0, and it goes one of two ways.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna go the Lizards' way.
I couldn't disagree more. I think this is going to be 1-0 to the dwarves.
Yeah, that's fair.
The tackle's just going to take out those skinks.
So you got to get hold of them, man. If you use them, Saurus as well, don't matter. Tackle doesn't matter. Their movement.
I'm still going to give it to the dwarves. I don't see a team where all of your ball carriers are stunty with dodge, being able to beat dwarves out of the box.
Okay, I mean, I won't argue with you.
I honestly, I'm gonna play the neutral card here, and I reckon it's gonna be 1-1. It's going to.
Oh,
because
they're both gonna manage it.
They're both gonna manage it because I think the Skinks will. The Skinks will probably get through. This much is. It's not certain. Fair enough. Yes, there's tackle involved, but it's still only a 3. It's still only a 3+. It's not that bad. As soon as one gets through, then the dwarves are never going to catch it. But what the Skinks are going to want to do is they're going to want to stall, to try and probably burn out some of the turns to give the dwarves as small a chance as possible. They'll stall out for a bit. They might score on 7 or 8. Probably score on 7 or 8, maybe even 6 if they're pushed. But either way, it's be very difficult for dwarves to get up that field that far. And then on the receiving end, they're going to have enough turns to do it. It's going to be a slow burner, but they'll get there in the end. But if you position those Sauruses correctly, and you can keep pushing the cage back, it's going to drag it to a 1-1.
That's fair. I'm down with this. So we've got a nice disagreement there. I like it. Right, next. Next.
Massive purple weapons. I don't know why I decided to say the accent, but the massive purple weapons, I can only imagine what that's alluding to. Versus Twilight Twinklers. I imagine they're some vamps.
The Twilight Twinklers are indeed some vamps.
Yes.
And it's Orcs is the other team, and they have gone. Yes, they have started with the 11-man roster, including the Goblin.
Including the Troll. He's got the works.
He has no linemen.
He has
got the Troll. He has 4 Black Orcs, 4 Blitzers, a Thrower, and a Goblin.
Nice.
No linemen. Plays
I like
epic.
This build.
That's the beat 'em up build, isn't it? That's the the slap build.
It's nice.
That's the slap the dudes on the line, sending the Goblin for the 1-turn build.
And the vampires, I just don't think will have anything to respond to that.
Yes, this is a very. If memory recalls, I remember some people raising many an eyebrow to this team, Twilight Twinklers, because for some unbeknownst reason, Sean, we'll ask this question again. 2 vamps, mate. 2.
I mean, it's legit. I mean, if you're going to play a team that might want to eat itself, less players that want to eat themselves.
And more people to eat. Okay, fair enough. I understand.
I can see why the 2 vampire build has been made, because this is a long season.
Yeah.
And after the start of the season, those team rerolls are going to cost more than your vampires.
I mean, Steak Bake's going down in the first game, isn't he? Because they're tasty, aren't they?
Well, yeah, true.
Yeah.
It's thing is with only 2 vamps. I'm worried that if, say, especially against something like this team, this Orc team, if the Orcs do manage to get to them and slap them, which they could do very easily, there's a lot of strength 4 in that team. There's a lot of strength 4. There's enough block. There's a Troll as well, just in case he doesn't want to be really stupid. Then all fair enough. Their armor 8 still breakable. They could spell a little bit of disaster, because only having 2 bits of Hypno Gaze is a bit of a detriment, because then you have 1 to Hypno Gaze. So with 3, you have 2 to Hypno Gaze, and then the one carrying the ball runs down the middle. With only 2 of them, you can obviously Hypno Gaze 1, but there's a very small area of effect as soon as if anyone's nearby, there's a lot more tackle zones to deal with.
Yeah, it does limit your cage breaking potential. However, I still think that Orc team will win this.
Oh no, that's what I'm agreeing with. I'm just saying the vamps can't do it.
I mean, I think the vamps are going to lose the first 3 games.
Well, they're vamps, aren't they?
They even stand any sort of a chance of winning.
Okay.
And I'm not just saying that because I have them third.
Fair enough. It is. Yeah, they're not going to beat you. I mean, they've nothing.
Yeah.
They've nothing against you, mate. We'll discuss this in a minute.
Yes.
Next game up is the not returning, but completely new, the full Montezuma.
Yep.
Again.
Again.
I like it.
This is
keep to a theme. Keep to a theme. Remake your team.
Those are skinks again, I believe. No, sorry, lizards again.
Yeah, and versus the commish, who has got the best.
Yes.
Who has got a proper? I approve of a dated pop culture reference.
Yes, brutal deluxe.
To the extreme, and Ben has brought one beautifully.
Yes, the commish himself. We have lizards, and what has he gone for? Is it human team?
Yeah, it's a human team, and it's brutal deluxe. And if you don't know, that's Speedball 2 from back in the day on. I think it was on the Mega Drive.
Whew.
Beautiful game. And I think he's actually gone and named all the actual players that you got on Speedball 2.
Ah, so he's put some work into it. Let's have a nosy.
Commitment, that is.
Yes. Yeah, that is some commitment.
A bit odd that he's gone with 2 throwers and only 1 catcher.
Well, that's fine.
You've got to chuck the ball, haven't you?
I tend to go with
1 thrower, 2 catchers.
I tend to go with 1 thrower, 1 catcher. I don't tend to drop. I tend to keep. In fact, I quite often don't even bother with catchers to start with.
All 3 are valid human starting build. That's a reasonably good human starting build. And
humans starting builds are reasonably good because they're humans.
Yeah, and the Lizardman starting build is
pretty much the Lizardman starting build.
Yeah, that's your de facto standards.
Who is
take everything?
Who is playing the lizards again?
This is Sophie's lizards.
Sophie's lizards. Oh, Sophie versus the commish. I don't know how I'd call that one.
I do. Humans.
Humans? You reckon they're versatile enough to get round?
They're versatile enough. I mean, when you play any team you play against with humans, you can play against it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially early on, lizards are very, very unskilled. Yeah, so they're unskilled at the start. So you can use like your block and your sort of catchers, throwers to play a passing game. You can play a running game. You can play a fighting game. You can key what you need to do when you need to do it. So the versatility of humans, I think, beats a one-track team like the Lizardmen at this point.
I feel this is going to be a 2-all draw.
That's fair. I'd have gone 2-1, man. So yeah.
I think
Skinks are going to be able to score twice.
Yeah. I'm with Sam on this as well. I'm going to say it's a 2-all draw because the Skinks have the legs. The Skinks have the legs to get past and score in quite quick succession. The humans do not have the tackle to stop them. But then again, the humans have the ability to pass when needed, and also slap when needed. They could,
that's fair.
Yeah. So they could go toe to toe quite easily. I'm saying 2-2 as well. Next we have.
We say that it wasn't actually a de facto build for Sophie. She went for the 5 Saurus, not the 6 Saurus.
Ooh.
However,
still,
because leaves you needing 10k for the apothecary, rather than the other one, which leaves you leaving 30k for the apothecary, which we can see now because that's the next game, which is David's lizards.
Another lizard team
versus an ogre team apparently.
Sam.
Ogres in quite large.
So I think we should actually look at this since we've got the culprit.
Yes, we have the culprit right here. The Snotling Royals, Sam Woodwin. It says it's an ogre team. It's not.
Where are they?
I think there's just like a glitch in the game. I'm playing ogres, but I don't see any.
You do realise that the Snotling team, released by Games Workshop, never made it to Blood Bowl 2. And you're missing a few bits, shall we say? But yeah, you've done this before. We
done this literally 7 times before, and one tournament,
and every time it goes well, a bit too well.
It goes well by the standards that you would expect.
Yes, but still it goes well because Jesus wept. It's really hard to hit skinks.
It is, but it would be really hard to hit skinks if he had any.
Well, they're not skinks. I meant snotlings, noblars, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. Do you think you've got enough rerolls, Sam?
I feel like I might need to induce a hot pot
Okay.
Just to get
Because I
more.
usually like to keep it a reroll the turn.
Yeah, no, fair.
It's legitimate tactic.
Yeah.
And 6 fan factor. So yeah.
6 fan factor.
Just so you can win that win those kickoff events.
Exactly.
The one that gets me is the apothecary. Why would you take the apothecary when it's literally 2.5 players?
It comes in really helpful later on in the season.
But when you've got no players left.
When you have like that one guy who has sure feet sprint and everyone is trying to hit him, just having the apothecary there to say, yeah, even if you do hit him, even if you manage to actually hit the guy and knock him down and break armor, but that's relatively easy, and actually injure him, but that's relatively easy, you still have to get past that apothecary. Like, all of that could be for nothing if I just, you pop him to be good. He's back in the, subs bench.
I mean, I think there's going to be some fun games. I think there's a few newer coaches in your league who won't have played this before, and I think there's going to be some very entertaining games.
Yes.
For you there are obviously players who have played you before.
The first game of which is going to be one of those.
Yes. Who I think will
any of the new teams in the league, if you it'll be Tuesday night. We'll be playing that game.
That is going to be fun. That's going to be funny to watch.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, just looking at the Skinksburg 1-in-9ers now. Loving the American football theme, touche. Well played. But yeah, that's just that. Yes, you 1, 2, 3. It's your 6 Saurus team, pretty standard. So in terms of in theory, you should get your absolute shit pushed in, Sam, in many several different ways, but seen these Stotlings in actions, and hell, you
ride your luck, don't you, Sam?
As many different pushes as I could to just try and clear the ball or force it into the hands.
Yeah.
Oh dear! Oh, hello! Oh, that's big!
Well played. Very well played there by the Bretonians.
What happened?
So you win.